What's up, YouTube? Ryan back today with another Minor League Monday. Today, I'm bringing you guys 5 players, prospects, I should say, that I think you guys should buy before the 2021 minor league season starts, and even the MLB season, because some of these guys might come up this season. If you guys watch my previous video where I sent in some cards to grade, you'll notice some of these guys on this list, but I'm going to go from cheapest to most expensive, 5 guys plus 2 honorable mentions that are more expensive that honestly I have FOMO for, fear of missing out, and you guys might too. If you guys like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, appreciate it a ton. Let's jump straight into this. I'm going to try to go pretty quick so it's not a billion-hour video. You guys know how much I can talk about prospects. Let's do it. All right, you guys, player number 1 for the Los Angeles Angels, Jeremiah Jackson. I'm going to have the scouts grades up in the top right corner. And as you guys can see, the scouts grade Jeremiah Jackson very well, hit being the lowest at 45. But Jeremiah Jackson's a guy last year, you guys, who went off. He absolutely broke out in 2018. This is a guy who hit 23 home runs last year in 65 games at 165 pounds. So obviously just a freaky power with Jeremiah Jackson. The Angels just got rid of Andrelton Simmons as well, so shortstop is kind of open. I know they picked up Jose Iglesias, but I don't think he's a long-term option. Jeremiah Jackson definitely has way more, a way higher ceiling than Jose Iglesias. So with Andrelton Simmons gone, there's availability at shortstop. I don't think we're going to see him this year, but if he has another breakout season this year, his card prices are going to go crazy. And as you guys can see, he's super cheap. You can pick up his base Bowman Chrome for under $5 right now. I think it's a great buy. Even his refractor, $6 there. Just very cheap, you guys. Bowman Chrome, $274 there. And you guys will see a mix of prices here. But even look at this. PSA 10 Bowman Chrome first, $40. I really like that price. $54.99 for his refractor, PSA 10. He's not a hyped up prospect. I'm not really sure why. He's not even the top 100. And I don't get it. 23 home runs in 65 games at the shortstop position is super special. So I think this is a card that is extremely cheap right now. He's a very low risk with a very high reward. And you guys know that's exactly what I love to see. So Jeremiah Jackson, number 1 on the list. I'll scan through the cards, just a couple more that you guys just want to look at pricing. But I encourage you, go look it up. He's got good numbers and his prices are dirt cheap. Even a month ago, $34, PSA 10 for base Chrome. Crazy cheap. But Jeremiah Jackson, you guys, he's just someone I think has a really high ceiling that, isn't getting the hype that he deserves. Next up, you guys, Trevor Larnick, Minnesota Twins. You guys know I've talked about him in the past, from Oregon State. Very, very mature hitter. Love his approach at the plate. Really good swing. 307 lifetime in the minors so far. He's a very good hitter. I think we should see him this year by All-Star break, but if not, 2022 should be the year of Trevor Larnick. I really do think 2022 is going to be loaded with rookies, but I do think Trevor Larnick's one of those MLB ready hitters that I think is going to come into the league and do well right off the bat. And as we look at his card prices, he's very cheap. Refractor you can pick up under $10, $7. I like that buy. Even his gold, PSA 9 gold auto, $265. That's not a bad deal at all. I picked up his base auto for $28 just a couple months ago. But yeah, refractor under $10 right now. Where's a base card of his? Because it's very cheap as well. Sparkle, $10. Just a very affordable player right here. Bowman Chrome base, $5. If you can get the Chrome under 5, refractor under 10, I say go for it. Again, this is a player that I think he could be extremely good. I'm not sure exactly how high his ceiling is, but I could see him being a 295 hitter with 30 home runs. He could absolutely blow up. And he's like I said, he's a very mature hitter. He's always had success since I started following him in college. He's been very good. But yeah, this is a $5 card with the base card that could easily be worth $10 when he comes up. So I think it's another card that could double, and who knows, maybe it could go even higher depending on how he plays at the pro level. I think it's a good buy. Even look at this last one I'll talk about, refractor PSA 10, $50. I just think it's a really good deal. But that's why Trevor Larnick is number 2 on my list today. Number 3 on the list, you guys, Boston Red Sox, Tristan Cassis. This guy is someone I've been following since he got drafted in 2018. Tristan Cassis might have the most power in the minor leagues. Like, he is a gigantic human. 6'5", 250, and look up pictures of him, you guys. He is not fat. He might have some softness to him, but he is not fat. He is just huge. He is a gigantic person. Like, I encourage you, go look up pictures of this guy. He is massive. But as I said, the prices are slowly going to start moving up. So Tristan Cassis right now, $15 for a refractor, $5 again base chrome. Like, anything around $5 for his base chrome, I love it. But realistically, base Bowman chrome under $10 is nice. Under $15 on the refractor would be really great. But I think around $20 is where his refractor is kind of settling right now. Like PSA 9 refractor for $26. That's not bad. But yeah, the $17.50 range, that feels more realistic for Tristan Cassis right now for a refractor. And I'm not against it. Like I said, this guy has freaky power, you guys. But yeah, guys, I encourage you guys, go look up some stuff on Tristan Cassis. There's a home run he hit during camp last year that was just destroyed. Absolutely massive. Go check out Tristan Cassis. His swing is nice too, honestly. He has had strikeout problems, and like his batting average hasn't been like too crazy high in the minors, but he has freaky pop, and his swing really isn't bad. So I think if he just develops as a hitter, I think his approach is the biggest issue. If he can develop an approach, the sky's the limit for this guy. I really do. I could see him being a 40-plus home run guy in the pros without a doubt. Oh, and the Red Sox love this guy. He's a number 2 prospect. He was number 1, but since Jeter Downs is in there now, he's number 2. So he has a lot of hype on his name within their organization. It's definitely something worth noting, especially with a big organization like the Red Sox. Number 4 on the list, you guys, Jordan Groshans for the Toronto Blue Jays. I think Jordan Groshans, right now, he's the 46th prospect in baseball. I think he's a top 20 player. He might even be a top 10 hitter in the minor leagues. Look up what he's done in the minor leagues. Very impressive. He's a 309 lifetime hitter in the minor leagues. And in 2019, he got hurt when he was absolutely breaking out. He hit 337 last year through 23 games and then got hurt. I just think he is an extremely good hitter. Look up some of his videos. He has a lot of things to like. He has pop. I really do think he could potentially be a top 10 hitter right now in the minor leagues. I think he's another guy that when he comes up for the Blue Jays, either late this year if they decide to push him, or in 2022, he's definitely someone to watch, and his stuff is affordable, you guys. He honestly might be cheaper than Tristan Cassis. Refractor PSA 10, $60. Ungraded refractor, $8.50. So under $10, you can pick up the refractor. Love that buy. Base auto, $64. Like, that is a good buy. I like that. As long as it's in good quality, you can find good raw cards. Pick up Jordan Groshans stuff. I have a good amount of him now. But honestly, I'm going to keep looking for more of his stuff because I think there's a lot of opportunity with him. With how good the Toronto Blue Jays are trending, and he has a perfect slot to move in at one of those infield positions for him. I just think he fits really perfectly with that team too. He's going to be, like, that Blue Jays team's going to be nasty. And when they add him and possibly Austin Martin in the future, like, they're going to be so good. Very affordable cards, you guys. Like, look at this. The refractor sold for $2.50. That's nuts to me. Absolutely crazy. Like, that is bonkers. Under $5 for a refractor. That's nuts. But again, PSA 10 refractor, $60. I like that. I like that purchase. But yeah, under 10 for the refractor, under 5 for base. I absolutely love those buys. If you can find those deals, do it every day of the week. Do it every day of the week. Look at that, 99 cents for Bowman Chrome. Absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. Jordan Groshans. If he didn't get hurt last year, I think he's a top 20 prospect. I really do. I really do. If he didn't get hurt last year, I think he's a top 20 prospect. He's very good. Very good hitter. Go buy his stuff. I think if he plays well, like I say, he could be a top 20 prospect even by mid-season if he's playing well. And who knows what the Blue Jays do with him. Maybe they bring him up. Maybe he stays until 2022, develops in the minors. Regardless, I think Jordan Groshans is a good buy right now. All right, number 5 on the list today, you guys. Riley Green for the Detroit Tigers. I really like Riley Green. He's one of my favorite prospects in the minor leagues. I think 21 is ridiculous. I think he's a top 15 prospect, but 21's not a bad ranking either, you know. But Riley Green, you guys, he was the best high school bat drafted in 2019. You know, his first year in the minors, he only hit 271, but I think that's okay. 271, first time hitting wood bat from a high school bat. That's fine. And then he came into spring training 2020, you guys, and he was their best hitter in spring training. He was unbelievable in spring training last year. He's going to get the invite this year. I'm really curious on where he ends up at. I think he could come up this year. I really do. I think spring training is very telling for a lot of these guys this year. Like, if they perform at spring training, they might win a spot on their team. And Riley Green's one of those guys. I just think he is a very good player. He's going to be an elite hitter in the league. Plays good defense. Like, he robbed a home run in camp last year. That was, like, really impressive. So, like, Riley Green is a big part of the Tigers' future, and his stuff really isn't that expensive. It's actually come down a little bit. Like, he used to be really, really hyped up in 2019 because he was the number 1 high school bat, and it's come down a little bit. I think him staying at number 20 kind of hurt his value a little bit, and I'm not really sure why, but he could have easily been like a top 15, top 10 prospect. I don't think anyone would really argue, especially with how he performed at spring training. Like, I remember his first 4 at-bats were 2 walks and 2 home runs. Like, it was nuts. I think he got on base his first, like, 6 or 8 at-bats. But again, the prices are more expensive on Riley Green. We're looking at base under $20. Base is going to be under $20 right here. These are actually 2 decent values. 40 might be a little expensive on the refractor. We'll see what else we can find on the refractor. $30 right there is definitely more reasonable. But if you can find the chrome under 20, I'm not opposed to that purchase. I do not hate it. And this is why I put him last on the list, because it is more expensive for a prospect, but it's not out of control. There's way more expensive prospects out there, but $30 for refractor I don't think is a bad buy. $16 for base right there. I like that purchase a lot. Even his sapphire is not bad. Base sapphire, $47. There's a lot more expensive players out there for sapphire. Riley Green, like I said, he's a huge piece in that Tigers' future. He's going to get the playing time. When he comes up, he's going to get all the opportunities in the world. I'm really excited. Like I said, I have his PSA 9 sapphire, similar to this one up here, the player we're going to talk about next as an honorable mention. But I have his refractor at PSA. I have his chrome that just went out in my last order. Very excited about Riley Green. He's one of my favorite prospects. He really is. I think he is special. He's one of those players, if he plays well this year, if he gets brought up, like, he could potentially do a lot of damage, and his cards could go up in price a lot. I think they're pretty affordable right now. And that's what's going to round out my list today for top 5. We have 2 honorable mentions, you guys, that are very good players I'm going to talk about. I'm going to hype them up a little bit for you guys, but they are expensive. They're more expensive. Let's jump into them. First honorable mention player we're talking about, you guys, is CJ Abrams, San Diego Padres. I've talked about him pretty recently in a Minor League Monday video. Him and Tatis are the future middle infield for that San Diego Padres team. They're going to be a dynasty for a little while now. CJ Abrams, you guys, right now is the number 8 prospect. And I made this prediction before when I made my last video because he was hovering, I think he was 21 or 22. He was right next to Riley Green. I was like, CJ Abrams is a perfect spot right now to buy, because when this new list came out, he's going to be close to a top 10 prospect. And he was. He ended up being a number 8 prospect. CJ Abrams is, I'm going to say it again, if he performs this year, you guys, he's going to be a top 5 prospect. He's going to be a top 5 prospect. He might even be a top 3 prospect if he performs like he has in the past. CJ Abrams hit 393 in his first year in pro ball. Like, absolutely unbelievable. He has all the tools. He's extremely fast on top of all of that. But he actually has more power than he looks. He's a pretty small dude. Like, when you look at him, he's not big. But he is 6'2", 185. He has a frame that is definitely worth filling out. If he fills out, man, that middle infield is going to be crazy. Again, the Padres are going to be really good. I think he's going to be up in the league next year, 2022. I think 2022 might be the year we see the most prospects of all time with a year off from baseball. 2022 is going to be insane for rookies, like insane. Like Series 1 2021 that just came out, we thought there was a lot in there. 22 might even be more, especially with some of these top prospects. But yeah, I think CJ Abrams right now with his price, you guys, base under $20 or right around $20. It's more expensive. It is PSA 10 refractor, 144, 152. Sky blue for 40. Sparkle auto 660. He's more expensive. He really is. Sapphire pre-graded at 68. PSA 10 base card, so we're looking around 130 for the base and 150 for the refractor. That's kind of off to me. I think the refractor should be worth more than that. That actually might be a good buy. A refractor around 150 for CJ Abrams. Like, I could see that being a $200 card very soon. But yeah, base $20. Refractor, I'm trying to find a raw one here, but it's probably gonna be around $30. Right here, $32. So I think that's a reasonable price. He's a little more expensive than Riley Green. Sapphire is up to $60 now. Like I said, I bought this for, I think, $30 in PSA 9 not too long ago. So he's a player, you guys, that he could easily be a top 5 prospect. And who knows? He could be a top 3 prospect, like I said, if he plays well. If he hits 393 again for his second year, he's definitely going to be a top 5 prospect. He might be the number 1 prospect in baseball if he hits 390 again. So I had to talk about CJ Abrams just a little bit. I still think he's a good buy, but I put him as an honorable mention just because his stuff is more expensive. His prices really have escalated here in the past month or two. All right, you guys, last honorable mention. I'm going to hype up this player a little bit because the FOMO for me is personally extremely real right now. Marco Luciano for the San Francisco Giants. He honestly might be the most talented player in the minor leagues. He has talent coming out of his ears. It's absolutely crazy. I see so many similarities between him and Ronald Acuna. Like if you see on the right side of the screen, he is 6'2", 178. He's not a big person, right? He's not a big person yet. When we're seeing this, I'm going to get into that a little more. Last year, you guys, he hit 302 with 10 home runs in 47 games. One of those home runs was 119 mile an hour exit velocity at 178 pounds. Like, that is crazy to me. Apparently, his bat flips are insane, too, so I see that as him being a guy that, like Fernando Tatis, who is blowing up in the baseball world because of his swag. Like, I see Marco Luciano being that guy, too. Like, they called him the king of bat flips in that league that he was playing in. And I think that has to do a lot with value. But like I said, you guys, his talent is crazy. He just came into camp, and apparently he's at 200 pounds now. And coaches are like, wow, you got bigger. So I'm almost getting chills thinking about Marco Luciano right now. That's how hyped up I am. I just went out and bought his Mojo PSA 10 actually before I made this video, just so that if anyone sees that the prices don't go up more. But so I did buy some Luciano, but I do think he's a little expensive. He's definitely a higher risk, but the reward is insane. I truly think, you guys, he will be the number 1 prospect when the list updates next. Like, I think he will be the number 1 prospect. Right now he's number 16, and I think that's kind of low personally for his talent, but I get it. He's only played just a few games in the minors, but I think he could be the number 1 prospect just with his skill set is nuts. It really is. Like I said, 119 mile an hour exit velocity at his size and his age. He's only 19. More than likely going to debut next year again in 2022 with the rest of these guys at age 20. Like, he's young. But the Giants have been really transparent, which is really nice. There's an article saying that they will start Luciano in the minor leagues, unless he does something crazy in spring training, obviously. But he will start in the minor leagues. They said they're going to keep their guys in the minor leagues for at least half a season. And then players like Luciano and more hyped up prospects, they're like, if they're performing well at the halfway point, like, we're going to promote really quickly. Like, they'll jump him from AA, AAA, maybe to the pros. Who knows? But they came out and said, like, they're going to promote really aggressively since these guys missed a year. And I love that. I love that, especially with his age only being at 19. So there's a small chance that we could see him in the pros this year, but I cannot hype this guy up more. Like, I'm sold on Luciano. I am. I can honestly say I am sold on Luciano. I am excited to see how he plays this year. I think he's just nuts. But let's just look at his pricing just a little bit. It is more expensive. Base, Chrome, PSA 10, $140. Atomic Refractor, $250. PSA 10 right there sold for $170. I actually just bought his Mojo for $165. Which I'm extremely happy to own. Yeah, he's definitely on the more expensive side, you guys. Let's see if we can find some raw cards here. $20 for a Bowman Chrome. That's honestly a generous price. His stuff is trending towards $30 for base. And then his Mojo Refractor is at $60. But yeah, you guys, his stuff is just, it is expensive. It is expensive. Not $68 for a PSA 9 Mojo. I don't hate that. So this is why he is an honorable mention. I would absolutely include him on my top 5 if he was a little lower priced, but it's hard to put that kind of money on a prospect. It is difficult at times, but again, I think like $157 for a PSA 10 Mojo, I think it's a great buy. Like, honestly, look at some of these cards' prices. Like, if he ends up being the number 1 prospect in baseball, like, I think he could outprice Wander Franco. And this card, like, we're just specifically talking about this card, like, if he does perform the way he can and is projected to, like, it could easily be like a $400 or $500 card. We'll see. Obviously, it's still prospect, and all prospect investing is risky. All baseball card investing, sports card investing is risky at the end of the day, but especially prospects, especially ones that have only played at like the rookie ball, single A level. But Marco Luciano, you guys, is a guy that needs to be on your radar. Absolutely. Fear of missing out is real for him, for me. Like I said, I had to go pick up one of his cards just so I have it, just in case he does do what he's projected to do and can do. He's put on muscle. I'm going to stop talking about Marco Luciano now, okay? All right, guys, that's it for today's video. 5 players that I think are very affordable right now and definitely can be great purchases before the season starts. 2 honorable mentions that I think are going to be top 5 prospects in baseball here in just a little bit, especially by 2022. And they're probably both going to debut in 2022 with CJ Abrams and Marco Luciano. But there's just so much to like with these guys. I can talk all day about all 7 of these players. I just really like them as prospects, and especially players like Jeremiah Jackson, Jordan Groshans, Trevor Larnick. Like, they're super cheap, super cheap. I love those players for how good they possibly can be. Very low risk, high reward type players, and you guys know that's exactly what I try to focus on here on this channel. So yeah, guys, that's it for today's video. Let me know what you guys think of this list in the comments below. It helped me out a ton. If you guys like this video, as always, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. You guys have a great rest of your day. See ya.